lead. And Kevin and Doug, as you were mentioning just a few minutes ago about Chris Webber's situation, recently there's been a few articles about C. Webb's lack of playing time, as you mentioned, during critical times of the game, and that maybe it has affected his relationship with Coach Rick Adelman. This is what Mike Bibby had to say about the situation.
With the media, there's always going to be some kind of distraction. We're supposed to lose in the first round. Now they're trying to find something else that they could stick their nose into, and try to, kind of make us go at each other, I think, a little bit. But, we have a lot of team unity on this team. And, it's all on us. We feel that we could do it. We just got to go out and do it.
And Doug, this has been a team for the last couple of seasons that have had such high expectations to reach the finals. Do you think that maybe Chris Webber and this team are feeling the pressure a little bit?
Well, I think anytime you get to this stage, you feel the pressure. But for Chris Webber, Joe, it's even magnified because the team struggled when he came back to play through this injury. So all eyes are going to be on him, and he's going to be the focal point of everything that happens here.
Miller goes inside, and Olowokandi was defending and counted for two, and the Kings have their biggest lead of this game as we start the second quarter. The game was tied at 25. Late first quarter, the Kings went on a 9-2 run to close out the first. We got Garnett, Hoiberg, Olowokandi, Hassel, and Derek Martin, who's got the ball. That's the Minnesota 5. And a 3-second violation called inside on the Timberwolves. Their sixth turnover.
They really need Michael Olowokandi to get himself involved. Against Denver, he really struggled. He got in foul trouble. Did not play well. Actually, they went to Mark Madsen in Game 5 rather than Olowokandi.
Nice screen by Webber. Bibby then kicks it on the wing, and Peeler with the miss. And out of bounds, it goes off Minnesota. Miller, Christie, Bibby, Webber, and Peeler, the 5 that start the second quarter for the Kings.
Well, you can see Olowokandi now playing Webber. That frees up Garnett to play against Brad Miller, as we talked about. But Olowokandi, he's got to give them something. If they're going to win this series, they're going to need him.
And Mike Bibby over Trenton Hassel, who got a hand in his face, and Bibby has put in 28 points over the last 2+ quarters, going back to Game 5 against Dallas as Hassel spins inside. It's loose, and Webber's on the court, and out of bounds. It is off of Sacramento, and Minnesota will inbound.
I'm very impressed with Sacramento here tonight to get started. They've come in, and I think that Game 4 that they played in Dallas on the road after they got spanked by about 25 in Game 3 gave them a road mentality that they have not had all season long. I start to see that with this team now. They used to be a terrific road team. They were not this year, starting to play much better.
And it's Garnett from outside. He is 4 of 9 with 8 points. What about Minnesota's big win on the road in Denver in their Game 4?
Those are games that bring teams together, especially after Denver had been spanked around pretty good. I think they lost by about 25. Denver was doing a lot of talking. And Minnesota stepped up and won a tough ball game by 2 there to take the series.
And Chris Webber with the miss. He is 2 of 6. Kings have led by 11. Timberwolves have led by as many as 2 with numerous lead changes and ties. And here we have a whistle away from the ball, and it's down low, and it will be on Anthony Peeler. He picks up the foul. That's the first on him.
It used to be you could do this. You could step in and bump the cutter like this. That no longer is the case. You've got to allow player freedom of movement. You're not allowed to step in and block his path. That's what they tried to clean the game up. It used to be you run through the lane and you would get knocked around like a pinball. They're now trying to give you a little room to cut.
Hassel is out, and Spreweller's in the game for the first time in the second quarter. And Doug Christie saves the ball after a nice defensive play. And Bibby against Martin, and off to Anthony Peeler. Rebound by Kevin Garnett. He has now grabbed 4 rebounds, and Hoiberg the other way. And pickpocketed by Brad Miller of the Kings. Minnesota getting killed on turnovers. 8 already in the game. A Webber screen. A little pick and roll. Bibby to Webber.
See, that's that pick and pop. You've got to be able to, their big men want to roll out and shoot the basketball. We talked about turnovers in the Denver series. They turned it over almost 17 times a game. This is a team that was second in the league in turnovers, but under 13 a game. So turnovers, they normally take very good care of the ball, Kevin.
Garnett, Sprewell, that lane clogged. Doug, every time Minnesota tries to go inside, there's a lot of purple. And Christie against Hoiberg, and a foul called on Fred Hoiberg.
They're leaving the feet. You get in the air, they're leaving your feet, and what's happening is guys are stepping back and playing passing lanes. So you got to get yourself on balance, keep your feet on the floor. And right now they're playing, they're trying to make plays that aren't there, Kevin. It's like they're just a little too excited right now.
Mark Madsen is in, as is Garnett. That's been a nice tandem in the playoffs.
Well, Mark Madsen had a terrific game 5, 8.7 rebounds in 22 minutes against Denver. They're going to need him as well, as Bibby misses a jump shot. A rare occurrence here tonight.
Minnesota 4 turnovers on their last 5 trips in this second quarter.
You see, Michael Olukandi did not get many minutes, so Flip Saunders cannot let this team dig itself a hole.
Hoiberg to Latrell Sprewell. The fake by Christie. A wide open Cassell. The rebound is snared by Kevin Garnett with the first 24-second shot clock. Sprewell for 3.
That's 5 offensive rebounds now from Minnesota. Again, we talked about Sacramento not doing a good job defensive rebounding against Dallas. Over 21 a game in that series.
Minnesota has hit their first 3. The Kings already have 3 above the arc. And Christie inside. No call made. Christie tries to get it out of bounds. And off of Sacramento. The Kings are shooting 53%. Minnesota is shooting 53%. There is a fever pitch inside the Target Center. Earlier tonight, they celebrated the MVP award to Kevin Garnett, the big ticket, and he has been that for this franchise. In the second round, for the first time ever, timeout. Finds the Detroit Pistons outscoring the Nets in each quarter Monday and rolling to a 78-56 win. That was the opening game in the Eastern semifinals. Tayshaun Prince, game high 15 points. The Charlotte Bobcats officially joined the NBA on Monday. The NBA's 30th team in Game 2 between the last 5 NBA champions Wednesday at San Antonio. The Spurs have won 16 straight. Game 2, Lakers-Spurs tomorrow on TNT.
And when you know the Czar and Marv are hanging on our every word here tonight as we're getting ready for that Game 2 tomorrow night in San Antonio.
Here comes Cassell after the timeout. Sprewell from outside. Madsen remains in the game. Rebound by Mike Bibby. Rebounding in this game, Minnesota is +4. Kings have led by 11. Divac is back in. He's begun with a 4-4 effort. Brad Miller. And a rebound by Fred Hoiberg. Garnett and Miller are waging war, and Divac is roaming the perimeter. And Miller sticks on KG. Help from Vlade. And fighting for it inside, Anthony Pila. Stojakovic, 0-2, 0-3. Miller, it did not hit the rim. Now Peja gets the pass, and Miller put it right in his chest.
Well, you see Mark Madsen did a nice job getting out on Stojakovic, but he did not go to the rebound. He tried to leak out on the play, and Stojakovic just went to the basket. You don't want to give a shooter a layup after he's missed 3 shots.
Mike Bibby's got 16 points to lead all scores. The Timberwolves have no one in double figures. And the MVP, Garnett, knocked out by Madsen, picked up by Cassell, and out to Hoiberg. Garnett's 8 leads Minnesota. Fred Hoiberg for 3. Rebound by Mike Bibby, who's got 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And a foul.
You know, it's interesting, you know, Kevin, both of these point guards, when you talk about Mike Bibby and Sam Cassell, neither one of them are what you would call really quick, lightning quick kind of players. But you know what? They have a great ability to get to where they want to get on the floor.
Stojakovic for 3.
He's way up.
He was the number 6 3-point shooter in the NBA this season. Here comes Sam Cassell. Sprewell. Cassell for 3. Rebound by Peja Stojakovic. When he was not shooting well against Dallas, he did other things. He played defense, he got assists, and he was rebounding.
Well, he averaged 9 rebounds in that series, well above the season average, and he had the 3 key defensive stops to win the 3 close games.
Mike Bibby. Rebound by Kevin Garnett. Bibby had hit his last 3 from above the arc, and here comes Minnesota. They have missed their last 5 from the field. It's Madsen with Divac there. A couple of spinning moves by Mark Madsen.
See, that's more than just 2 points because he is such a spark plug for his team. He'll get this crowd into the game. He's that guy that really gives you a lift. He'll get down on this end. He'll take a charge. You see him down there fighting against Vlade in the low post. The two battering rams down in there going at one another, but Mark Madsen is going to give you the effort. You know that.
Madsen picks up his first. He spent 3 years with the Los Angeles Lakers. He was a hot commodity on the free agent tour. San Antonio wanted him, but Minnesota got him. And he's in the second round with the Timberwolves. Commissioner of the NBA, David Stern.
And you almost caught the commissioner red-handed. He's passing down the food. Go ahead and hand me the popcorn and everything else. Of course, Commissioner, a game wouldn't be the same without popcorn. But first and foremost, Kevin Garnett today was declared by the Mayor's Day. It was considered Kevin Garnett Day. You presented him the MVP. What you said in your speech, you can say a lot about his stats and whatnot, but what makes him special is his passion and his respect for the game.
He knows what came before him. He wants to contribute to the game. I mean, I think we're talking about one of the great ones of all time.
You got to talk about Charlotte, the newest addition to the NBA. What are the expectations next season?
Well, you're going to have to ask Ed Scott and Bob Johnson. We're very proud to have them back in the NBA. We're very proud of ownership and management. And I think they have a few surprises up their sleeves in the expansion draft.
And Commissioner, enjoy the rest of the game and get your eat on.
Listen, I forgive you for stopping to talk to the beautiful people at courtside first. It's okay.
I appreciate that. Let's send it back to you, Kevin and Doug.
All right, thank you, Cheryl. We've got 5:50 to play in the first half. Peeler, Bibby, Stojakovic, Miller, and Divac out there for the Kings. Peja is 1 of 5. Divac is 4 of 4. Shot clock at 1. Stojakovic. Rebound offensively by Brad Miller. That's big for the Kings. And Mike Bibby from 3. Rebound by Mark Madsen out there. Sprewell, Cassell, Garnett, and Fred Hoiberg. Sacramento is only 4 of 15 in this quarter after shooting 60% in the first quarter. And here's Garnett, 8 points, and the drive inside. Rebound by Peeler and off to Stojakovic.
Excuse me, Kevin. Kevin Garnett really struggling. 4 of 12 from the floor. All of his shots were contested around the lane. So Sacramento doing a nice job helping back on defense.
And it's Miller left uncovered. Cassell late in his defense of Miller, who really picked up steam with 21 points in Game 5 against Dallas.
Well, I'm sure Sacramento loves to have him back because he makes the open jumper. He's a good passer. He brings him toughness. And they really missed him when he was banged up.
They had 4 ties in this game in a lead change, and here comes Garnett again, finding 2 and 3 Kings around him every time he touches the ball.
See, Kevin's taken 13 shots in this game. He's 5 of 13. He has 10 points, but he has not gotten to the free throw line yet. The difference in this game right now is Minnesota's only taken 1 free throw. That was on a 3-point play by Hassel. They've got to get to that foul line.
And the Kings are 7 of 8. Garnett playing with 2 fouls. Here comes Peeler, dancing with Cassell. And Miller picked up by Garnett with the shot clock down to 6. Into Stojakovic, and a great pass by Brad Miller on top to Peja.
See, when Sacramento's offense is running their best, the big men are out high, and the guards are cutting off and then looking for layups.
Timberwolves shooting 47%. It's Sprewell and KG, who's gone 5 of 13. Hoiberg for 3.
Very, very underrated shooter. On the season, Kevin, he shot 44% from behind that 3-point line. And when they got him, I don't think they realized all the other things that he was bringing along with that shot of his.
Both teams shooting identical, 48.6 from the field in this game. 3.5 to play in the half. Here comes Peeler, chased by Cassell, and a foul called on Mark Madsen, who picked up the defense. As Peeler went driving low, and Madsen's got his second.
We talk so much about the big 3, and the big 3 of both of these teams, you can see if they qualified. Weber only played 23 games, but Sacramento's big 3 would be the top scoring trio in the NBA, followed closely by Garnett, Cassell, and Sprewell. So these 3 guys are vital for their offensive production.
Kings have been efficient tonight. Bibby to Divac, and a charge on Vlade Divac. That is Sacramento's first turnover in the last 12 minutes. Now they've got 4 for the game. Minnesota's got 9 for the contest so far.
I tell you, guys who flop hate it when guys flop on them. I mean, you see Vlade go, how could he do this to me? I mean, Vlade's the king of that. I mean, probably Mark Madsen grew up at Stanford watching him play how to draw that charge. But Vlade's going to have to sit down. And, Kevin, let's keep our eye on the end of this quarter here. 3-something to go. And Minnesota's been outplayed here. Let's see if they can play themselves back into it here at the half.
Points in the paint. Minnesota is +4 tonight. Second chance points. Minnesota +3. Quentin Hassel back in the game, looking for Madsen. And it's Garnett on top, and Weber reaching in, gambling, and picking up the Sacramento foul. It's the first on Chris Weber.
Kevin, on the screen roll defense, what Sacramento's doing is as the guards are coming off for Minnesota, their big men are not jumping out and trapping, but the weak side is rotating up quickly, and they're leaving Hassel. They're letting him be open in the corner. His guy's rotating up to take the dribbler.
Hassel is 3 of 5 tonight. He has shot 57% in the playoffs. Inside, a close-in miss inside by Cassell. Here comes Bibby. Weber dancing on Kevin Garnett. And Chris Weber for the game is 3 of 8 with 8 points. It's Sprewell who's got 5. They got a bigger guard on Cassell. Garnett to Trenton Hassel. Boy, has he been accurate. He knocks in a 2-point shot. And Hassel's got 9. And like I said, almost 60% in the playoffs for this role player, Trenton Hassel.
Boy, he's playing with great confidence. Right now, his teammates trust him.
He's out of Austin Peay. Mike Bibby has been terrific tonight. 7 of 12 and a game-high 18.
You know, Mike Bibby's in one of those shooting things right now where if the ball hits the rim, it's almost he's disappointed. I mean, that's hitting nothing but the bottom of the net.
Sal's got 6. Sprewell is 2 of 6.
He's going right in the post. He's going to try to pay Mike Bibby back. They're going to double team, and this time it'll be Sprewell open for the shot.
For 3. Rebound by Miller, and the Kings are -3 in rebounding.
They're going to double team Cassell in the post, make him pass the basketball.
What a pass. Bibby inside. Stojakovic could not convert, and Kevin Garnett grabs his 9th rebound. He's got 10 points. He led the NBA again in double-doubles. Hassel again left uncovered, and again he knocks it down.
Because their defense is being geared right now to stop Cassell and Garnett. He's going to be the guy who's going to make the shots. As the series goes along, you see how you make the adjustments with that. But right now, he's the guy who's going to be making the shots.
Hassel leads the Timberwolves with 11. Weber inside, knocked away by Garnett, picked up by Hassel. 3-on-3. The Kings back in transition defense. It doesn't matter because Sam Cassell has put it in. And Cassell's got 8 points, and the Timberwolves have come to within 3 with under a minute to play.
Listen to this crowd. What an arena here it is tonight. This is beautiful.
It's Weber. Joe Christie picked up by Cassell. And Christie for 2. Rebound by Garnett. Christie has gone 1 of 4. Garnett's got his 10th rebound of the night. And a foul has just been called inside on Brad Miller of the Sacramento Kings.
Well, Mike Bibby has been brilliant here in the game. He has 18 points coming off screens. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And Cassell, little sort of a drag transition break. You see Garnett coming in behind. Cassell knocks it down. And Minnesota creeping back.
Well, the big 3 of the Minnesota Timberwolves have played great as a trio, one of the highest scoring trios, as Doug Collins just told you about moments ago, led by the MVP, Kevin Garnett.
Well, these 3 guys have been brilliant, and they're going to need these 3 guys. With Wally Szczerbiak being out with a back injury, they missed their 4th best scorer. So these 3 guys are going to be counted on heavily. And in the Denver series, they averaged almost 65 points a game after averaging a little over 61 points a game in the regular season. So you can see what's happening tonight. The Kings' big 3 outscoring him by 9. Sprewell only has 5. They've done a nice job on him, but the focus is Garnett and Cassell. The Kings want to try to stop these 2 guys and make other guys beat them.
How has Minnesota handled the injury to Troy Hudson, who was the backup to Sam Cassell, and the many minutes that Cassell must now play in these playoffs?
Well, he's going to play 40 minutes, and Derek Martin's probably going to play 4 minutes a half. So Sam is going to be out there 40 minutes a night. They're running him right in the post. If they double team, probably Hassel will once again get the open jump shot.
No fouls to give either way. Sprewell slashing by Weber and into Stojakovic. Rebound, Kevin Garnett for the 11th time. Hassel, Sprewell. We take it to Ernie Johnson at halftime. No shot clock and a great fake by Cassell. It's a 1-point game. And Bibby, he cannot get the shot away. Cassell was there. And we are at halftime as the Kings, Doug, led by 10 with about 4 minutes left in the second quarter. And Minnesota closes out the half on an 11-2 run.
That's what happens. You get home, you get that crowd behind you, a strong